All right, Jermaine Burton, Alabama wide receiver, apparently struck a girl after the Tennessee game.
There's no apparently. It's on video. You'll see him. He's number 3 in the bottom right here. And we're going to react to this, but I want you to watch this video. You can see him pop her in the face. Now, it wasn't a UFC punch, but it doesn't matter. Let's play the clip. He's down in the bottom right here. You can see the girl walking in front, and he reaches his hand back and swipes her in the face. Okay, deliberately. She didn't walk into him, okay? I don't know if she said anything or whatever. I'm going to say this. It is dangerous for the players when people storm the field, okay, or storm the court. I feel like you shouldn't be allowed to storm the field or the court until the players are off.
I agree with
I feel like the players should leave, like in a game like this, like the referees do. You get off the field. But in no way, shape, or form should you ever as a man, put your hands on a woman unless you feel your life is threatened. And if I'm Georgia, I am so glad you are not a part of my program. He hadn't done anything in Alabama anyway. I mean, we're through 8 weeks. The dude's got 140 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's the most, the biggest thing we're talking about Jermaine Burton is how he hit a woman after the game. I know this is unacceptable from Nick Saban. I would not be surprised if he was kicked off the team because it's disgusting. And people who hit women and people who beat women and people who physically accost women, I don't care if it's after a game against Tennessee. I don't care if it's slapping them in the face or doing something you don't think is a big deal. It's disgusting. I think most of Alabama fans, I think the very rational part of them will agree with me on this. He's lucky that a group of guys didn't see that or a group of Tennessee players didn't see that, because they would have beat him to pieces. Because if you're going to hit a woman, you're not really about it. You're not really about it. If it was a frat guy that went down there and got in your face and wanted to do something to you or called you something, I could understand it a little bit. Man versus man. I could understand it a little bit. Wouldn't condone it. Probably still would have gotten charged with something. But this is disgusting. Get that guy out of here. If I'm an NFL scout, Jim Nagy, a buddy of ours who runs the Senior Bowl, they're sending out invites now. I guarantee you Jermaine Burton may have just cost himself a chance of what he's been working his whole life for. But, you know, I wish you would have done it. I wish you would have tried it against a man.
I don't disagree with anything you're saying, and I hate that the result of this, when we see something like this, will be, well, we can't storm the field anymore. I've been pro-field storming. You know, that's what makes college football great, but let the other team get off the field first.
Yeah, you can have protocols and all this, but in no way
let the opponent get off the field, you go and celebrate after, and then I agree with everything you're saying.
And I don't care what she said. I don't care what she said. I don't care if it was a racial slur, if she said something about your mother or whatever. Unless you felt she was about to kill you with a gun or a knife. You are Division I football player. You are a grown man. There is no excuse. There is no reason. If she said something that was beyond the pale, that's her problem. That's a problem with her character. But there is no excuse for it. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody in the YouTube comments say that wants to defend him or whatever. There's no defense for it.
Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out the full episodes on Crane & Company.